All right, all right. Welcome to HASSDISCUSSES. We are joined by Dominus Soul, a producer, and I've been listening to music for about like probably almost half a year, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan, and I've been listening to a lot of like Lil Ugly Mane recently. What have you been listening to recently in terms of music?
What underground shit or just in general?
Like what?
What do you mean? Do you mean the underground stuff or like other stuff as well?
Yeah, just underground shit. Like, what have you been listening to in general? Like, it could be underground shit too.
Uh, well, I haven't. uh, I've been listening to a lot of like I listen to a lot of Dungeon at the moment. Um, I was listening to Little Ugly Mane actually last night as well.
Oh,
It's
which one? Which one? Which track?
for the 2012 album. Uh, No Slacking on Mac.
Mr. Thug Isolation.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That album.
I've been listening to the I think the Hoish Ash bitch one and the Break 'em Out. Those are the two ones I'm like on loop and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's really good, man. He's sick.
What's crazy is how successful he's been able to become, but he still remains quiet, if that makes sense.
He's still low key. Like not many. Yeah, he's still under the radar a bit. I know what you mean.
Yeah. What's good about like who he kind of surrounded himself when he came up is like the people that like came up around him didn't forget about him. Like Denzel Curry had him featured
Yeah,
on his like recent shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they got tracks together.
Are you a fan of Denzel?
Yeah, I like Denzel. Denzel's sick.
Yeah. Did you listen to the Kenny Beats collab? That
Yeah,
was
like the boom bap shit.
yeah, man. Like
Yeah,
I
that's pretty
think
sick.
Kenny Beats would do something really good with Freddie Gibbs. I don't know if you're a fan of
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that would definitely. They
yeah.
would go perfectly together. Yeah,
And that we kind of got that on the album Freddie. It's like a pink cover. Like a majority of the beats were Kenny Beats. Like the '03 Greedo track on that had a Kenny Beats related thing. But I love Kenny Beats and stuff like that. Do you watch any of those like Twitch producers? If that makes sense, you know what I'm talking about?
uh,
Like
I've seen
Timbaland or like Kyle
no,
Beats or anything.
I've seen. I think does Kenny Beats do Twitch?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I've seen him on there. That's about it. But I don't really use Twitch, but I've seen him on Twitch, but it's on YouTube.
Oh, I feel you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. With the
Mm.
people that do the clips and shit.
Yeah, that's it. But
Yeah, I love that. Like, it's really humbling when you see like someone like as big and has those placements do like, tiny little YouTube type of things. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But yeah. So obviously you dabble in the dungeon rap thing. Like, what is that? What is dungeon rap? It's really interesting to me. Like when I see that little hashtag and I'm like, what is that? You know what I'm saying?
um, well, the best way to describe it is it's like it's Memphis type shit, but it's got a medieval vibe to it or aesthetic, where the melodies will be like kind of like flutes or it'll be synths that sound like they're from like a like an old uh,
Zelda or something.
yeah like some sort of game that involves like castles and shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah. Are you? Where did it originate from? Are you the creator of it, or is there?
the originator is DJ Sacred.
Who's
Pretty
that?
sure DJ Sacred. You don't know who that is?
Sacred? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know DJ Sacred is.
I've heard of him. I thought you said DJ Psycho. I was like, I didn't know Psycho Rich produced.
No, DJ Sacred. Him and like DJ Bishop. I think they're the ones who started it.
Yeah,
Uh, I was in how I found about it was I was in a Discord call with Outcast, from Sacrilege Set.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you guys, your collabs are always something good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
He, I was in a call with him and Catastrophe, who used to be in Sacrilege Set, and they was in the group in the chat, they were sending Dungeon Rap, and I was like, "What is this?" And then they were like, "Yo, it's like, it's like funk and that, but it sounds like medieval and that." And I didn't really understand it at first, and then I looked it up and was listening to more and more of it, and then kind of understood it and liked it and wanted to start making it, and that's where it went from. And then I reached out to people who were in that scene, and then started collabing with people, and yeah,
yeah. I'd love to like I love to like hear you do something with like Psycho Rich or people like that. Or do you listen to Psycho Rich or like any of them?
No, I've never heard of Psycho Rich. Who is that?
Oh man.
I've never heard of him.
So he had a YouTube channel like Underground Sound, some shit like that, and he uploaded a bunch of like old mixtapes or stuff. And then he eventually built a following, and then he started dropping his own music. And
Yeah.
I'll send you his account. But you did a whole EP with Sly, and I'm a huge fan of Sly. And
Yes, well,
obviously you're a part of Sacrilege Set, which is what uh, I think is Sly's in Sacrilege Set, right? Or is he in Misery? He's in Misery Mob.
yeah, he's a miserable.
But how'd you get in Sacrilege Set? How did that come about?
Oh, but so I was on. I think I was just on SoundCloud one day, and I came across Outcast, and I was like, and I liked his shit, and he also, for the pictures of his songs, like the cover art, he would use Silent Hill screenshots, and I'm a really big fan of Silent Hill, and one day I just messaged him on SoundCloud and was saying, I really liked his style and that, and I was saying maybe I could make a beat for you, but at the time I only had like funk beats, which are more like like the trap in Japan type stuff.
Or like Out of Control? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, cowbell stuff as well, but like yeah, that as well. And he was a bit skeptical about it, and I was like, no, trust me, I can make lo-fi stuff in it. And then I made a beat, I sent it to him, and he really liked it. He did vocals on it, he released it, and then he was like, yeah, do you want to join Sacrilege Set? Like from one song. I was like, yeah, all right.
That's good. That's fluid.
Yeah.
That's
and that
fluid.
was we both, because we used to talk about Silent Hill and that, and he was just like, yeah, you can join Sacrilege Set.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. Because I used to be in another group as well, but I left them.
What group is that?
My first group was Grow House Records, I think they're called, but I left them because I never made a song with any of them, and they were on different sound, but they were making more like Texas. It was like Texas type shit.
Oh, that smoother, more slowed down, like Soulze type of, or Slim Gorilla.
That, and I wasn't really making that. And yeah, so I just went to Sacrilege.
Yeah, because you're able to do like, that dungeon, that different, that you have like that crazy lo-fi. I forget what it was called, but it was like, it was fucking. My ears were hurting listening to it, but I loved it. You know what I'm saying?
But you make it sound like shit, basically.
Yeah. But then you got like the fucking Out of Control joint. Oh my god.
Yeah, I heard you like that one.
That was, oh man. How long did it take to make that song? Like, I know that's a really straightforward thing, but like, was that really quick to make, or did it take a while?
To be honest, I'd had that in the work a couple of months. I didn't spend a whole 2 months making it, but before I released it, like 2 months prior to that is when I started it, and then I kind of left it for a few days. Like every few days, I would just pick up on it, and it was just over like a month. But it didn't take a month to make. If that makes sense. Like I would just work on it every few days for a little bit.
Yeah. I have beats like that are just like laying around, like it's just like one drum pad. Because I make beats. I'm a producer. I have my own little thing going on. And there's one drum pattern. There's like a Congo line I made, and there's like, I just don't know what melody to do. Should I make my own melody? Should I sample something else? And I just,
it's hard. It's hard being a producer sometimes. Like you get caught up in dilemmas.
It's like how I describe it as like, it's like relationships. Like none of them are the same. You know what I mean? Like every beat, it could be finished in 15 minutes. It could be 4 hours. It could be scattered days within 2 months, like what you're talking about.
Some take a lot longer than others.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just click. Like I know what to do easy, and then sometimes I'll just struggle, and I need to leave it and think on it about what to do now.
Yeah. And what I have yet to figure out, like how that feels, is like is like being a producer and a rapper. How like weird that must feel, you know what I mean? So like, cause you're probably thinking, you're not a rapper, I know that, but I'm just saying in general, like if your space goes perp, or if you're like Jay Green, you don't want your beat to overshadow your rapping, if that makes sense. There's probably a big complication and stuff like that. But what producers that also rap are you a fan of?
Um, well, I used to listen. Well, I still do. But Suicide Boys, Scrim with the beats. Scrim
Yeah,
makes the beats. What else to say?
Scrim's fucking amazing though.
My mind's gone blank. I'm trying to think.
Travis Scott, the rodeo.
Think.
Space Ghost Perp's one of them, but I don't know which in your head
I
right now. You could
like
be
I like Space Ghost Perp. I'm trying to think because I can think of loads of rappers, but I can't think of any of them that actually produce.
Adam the
Jay,
Shinobi. What
like
do you
you
say?
said. Jay Green's good, like you said.
Oh my god, dude. Because and he's been dropping. Thank God, he's been dropping a lot of his old stuff on all platforms. Like going back and listening to like Tales of the Mac Junt, the song he did with Puya. Like he
Yeah, it's so
has,
good when they release them on other platforms like that.
yeah, man. Like and the alternate version to the one he did with Denzel Curry. I don't know if you like From the South that he did with Denzel Curry. There's like two different versions of it, and I don't know which one's better. I'll send you. Do you know what song I'm talking about?
What album is it on?
It
Is it
was on the original version, which is what a lot of people listen to, or the was on the Fuck Mainstream album he did. It's all purple and it looks like it has a whole Raider Clan aesthetic to it. Fuck Mainstream from 2013. You know what I'm talking about?
I can't think of the top of my head that one, but
But
I probably have heard it.
but that project though, that's like historic from like I don't know like because there's so much. There's a 2 Chainz feature on it. There's a Project Pat feature on it. There's a DJ Paul feature on it. There's a Denzel Curry feature on it. There's a I don't think Puya was on it. There's a I don't know. There's just so much. I think Young Simi. I might be fucking talking out of my ass right
It's
now, but
crazy.
there's so much features on it because that was right before he could have gone mainstream, if that makes sense. Because he used to tour with 3 6 Mafia and shit in like 2012. I don't know if you know all that, but he did a tour with 3 6 Mafia and shit.
Really? Fuck, fuck. That's crazy. I didn't even know.
Yeah, and cause but fuck, like when you're around a lot of bigger people and stuff like that, he said all he was getting was retweets and he wasn't getting any money and shit like that. So like his payment was just people like promoting him. I don't know, but that's why I like this underground shit, and that's why I like some artists that don't go like mainstream because you can like at least talk with them and shit like that. And you work a lot with like you worked on a track with Adam the Shinobi. Did you listen to 808s and Cowbells too?
Yeah, yeah, I fucked with that. Yeah, I liked him, SoundCloud. I just yeah, it's cowbells, isn't it? I like cowbells, so
Yeah, dude, and he sampled the pacer test on that. I don't know if you're dude. I don't know if they use that in your school programs or wherever you're from, but are you familiar with that? The pacer
no.
test.
Now what is that?
It's like a workout thing they do in like PE or some shit where it's like there was the one track it was like, and now we go to the push-up section or some
No,
shit
we
in the.
never had we never had nothing like that when I
Oh
went to school.
man, I don't know. You guys call that shit primary school. I don't know. I don't know what y'all call that shit over there, but
But lower
school,
school.
lower school, yeah. But how did you work with Adam? How did that come about?
Um, I just hit him up. Because I think he liked some of my cowbell stuff. Like he was into it, and I just hit him up and said, "Would you be interested in me making you a beat?" He was like, "Yeah." I just made him a beat, sent him it, and he within a few weeks he did vocals on it. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's dope. I did a 2 hour podcast with him, and we talked about Pusha T versus Drake. Me and him were just arguing, like screaming at. We weren't screaming at each other, but it was funny. We were arguing about a lot of shit, but he like he's been on my show twice, and I really mess with him and stuff like that. And what I checked out though on your shit is that you have a VK account. Would you say that like Russians are very supportive of this sound?
Of course they are. they're like America and Russia, like America, Russia, and Ukraine, like the biggest audiences. So yeah.
Have you ever like thought about why though? Like I'm genuinely asking you, like why do you think that's true?
Why they like the underground?
What?
Why they like the underground scene?
Yeah.
I think it's just like areas like Russia, they seem to be into, they like stuff that's more gritty, and because they're into all that. I don't know if you know what like Gabba is and all that. They're all into shit like that. It's like aggressive dance music with like loads of distortion. I think they just like stuff that's aggressive. I think that's just literally it.
Yeah. Cause my homie Conran, like he has like 30,000 monthly listeners, 40,000, I don't know, and like every single town on the list is like St. Petersburg, and it's like, geez, bro, like I don't know. And I made a big comparison. His VK account has 2,500 followers, and his Instagram only has like 600, and that shows you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't even use VK like really. I just have it there, but I rarely use it. To be honest.
But I think all artists should try and tap into an international fan base, because like it's just like America or wherever you're from is not the only place that's gonna be listening to that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I don't think many people where I'm from are into it, but there's a few.
What do people like listen to around you, like in your personal life?
What, people my age or older people?
No, your age or friends. You know what I mean?
Well, my mates also like underground stuff. Like my mate, do you ever heard of Wavy God?
No.
I've worked with him on a couple of tracks. He likes underground shit, but then he also likes, like the mainstream rappers as well, like Young Thug, Travis Scott, all that. And then he also likes older stuff. And then also over here, drill's really popular. Do you know what drill is? Like UK drill.
Yeah, dude.
Really popular over here.
There's a little vlog thing of some like guy got like two old guys to go in the studio, and they're recording drill music, and they're like seniors.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah, I know about them. Yeah.
That was so funny. Oh my god. Yeah, and Heady One, I'm not gonna lie, Heady One is pretty good, and I found him from Drake. I'm not gonna lie, I have a Drake cardboard cutout. I'm a fucking Drake fan. I'm obsessive with Drake, but I do support the underground and I love all this underground shit. But do you listen to Heady One or any other drill artists like that?
Yeah. Like Heady One's cool. I like 6-7, 8-6, Gully. LD.
Do you like Skepta?
Yeah. I really liked his 2017 album, Konnichiwa.
Yeah.
That was a really sick. I remember when that dropped. That was sick. That was a really good album.
And speaking on Skepta, you sampled a track that A$AP Rocky did with him on what was that? Out of Sight. That was you sampled Praise the Lord, right, on that? Is that true?
That's a weird track because that's not really like anything else I made. I just wanted to do something that was a bit more. It's a bit like Last Century is.
No.
You don't know who Last Century is?
No.
Like the guy that makes like them spacey funk beats.
No.
Well, it's kind of that style. Where it's like more atmospheric. I was experimenting. I was just trying to make something like that, and I came out with that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I mess with that, and I also mess with like when producers they get like an acapella of like a really big track, and then they put like that shit on it. I'm not talking about vocal chop and screw stuff. Like I know about that. I think I know. I do that like literally when I make. But I'm talking about when people just. So I was listening. Are you familiar? You're probably familiar with Ryan Celsius, Ryan C. Not Freddie Dredd.
No, the guy that does Trapping in Japan and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Like, he did the Trapping in Jamaica. He did a new one.
And I saw that.
You know, so he got a track on there, and it was just like a straight up, Jamaican sounding funk shit. but he did an acapella of the Lil Wayne verse from "Look at Me Now," and he put it over the whole beat, and it sounds so
Oh,
good.
he's sick.
And
He's
he does shit with APOC Crisis too. APOC Crisis.
yeah, he's really good. I've got him on my phone, like on Apple Music and that. He's sick.
Yeah, and he does a lot of good stuff with Soulze. I have like a Soulze CD. I'm a big fan. Are you listen to Soulze?
Yeah, I know. Soul's he's really good.
Yeah.
Doom Soul.
And Doom Shop too, man. But what I do like about Soulze is it's not like he's not doing dark shit anymore. Yeah, he's not really doing dark shit anymore. He's trying to make more smoother music recently.
Yeah, it's like more southern, kind of the Texas stuff a little bit.
Yeah, but like I don't think he will ever, and I'm fine with this. I don't think he'll make a track like Orchestrate Gore again. I don't know if you're familiar with that track, but that is like, that hurts. Like listening to Orchestrate Gore like hurts my head. That's why I love it. You know what I'm saying? Is because it's so intense. Or like a lot of the old like, I don't think he'll do dark shit anymore. Is what I'm saying, because he just makes more smooth shit, and I fuck with that.
Yeah, I think the style's changed. So,
but I think that's good. You know what I'm saying? Do you think like it's good to change shit up as an artist? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, of course. That's why. Because when I started making like this, when I started on SoundCloud, before the music on my page now, I started originally doing type beats.
Oh, like you just made like.
Yeah, I was doing like Xavier Wolf type beats, Puya type beats, Ramirez type beats, and then I deleted all that and then just started making my own stuff. And then when I started doing that, I was doing cowbell stuff, and then I moved on to like more lo-fi. Then I moved on to dungeon. Like, yeah, I can't just stick to one. I do like multiple genres within the like underground shit.
Yeah. So like, I think it's a good time to get into that. Is like, when did you like start producing and playing with like DAWs? Like, when did that start? And how did it start?
I probably got. So I use Logic. I got Logic probably. So I bought a MacBook and then my mate got Logic on it for me, and that was probably about 2.5 years ago. But I wasn't making anything. I had no idea how to make music, so I would just mess around. And then I left it for probably about half a year, and then I don't know how I got into it. I just started. I'm sure I saw a couple of videos on how to make beats, and I just started making type beats. And this was probably like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then for a few months I made type beats, and then I was like, fuck all that, and then just started making my own shit. And I've tried other softwares, but I don't really like any other softwares.
You don't like FL? You're not an FL guy?
I've got FL on my computer. I don't like it. I know people say it's like the easiest one to use, but I could not get the hang of it. Like, it's so foreign to me. I'm so used to Logic.
Yeah, I honestly want to try all the other softwares too, because like, it's. I feel like once you learn one thing, you could probably easily. Because I didn't have experience in multiple video editing things, and like when I used Sony Vegas, like it was really easy to get in Adobe Premiere, because it's just like same principles: cutting, trimming, filtering, blah blah blah.
You found it easy.
What you say?
You found it easy to switch.
Yeah. Man, what was I gonna talk about? Damn. Would you ever do a project with Outkast?
Yeah, of course I would. Yeah, him and me fuck with each other. Like, I really like his shit, and yeah, we both got the same vibe, I think. So yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely be down to make like an EP with him or something. We've got plenty of tracks together as it is. So.
Yeah. Well, speaking on like, cause he's in Sacrilege, right?
Yeah, he's the leader.
He's a leader, yeah. So I interviewed Slim. Shout out Slim. You're fire. Anyways, will there ever be a Sacrilege Set group tape? Is that in the works?
There's not one in the works, but I'd definitely be down to do that. But it'd have to go through Outkast, like Outkast in charge of that. But that would be really good. Like a bit like the 6 Feet Deep one, because they've done it before. 6 Feet Deep.
Yeah.
With like Slick Killer and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that would be sick. Like a Sacrilege version of that.
Yeah, I would love to see that because there's just like group, like it's like, you're looking at your wall right now, one of the greatest projects ever is a group project, you know what I'm saying, the Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, and that's
Yes, I've got records on my wall and
how
shit.
much, like, do you have what's any records that aren't being showed that you like to shout out that you're like proud of owning?
Mad Villainy, like MF Doom.
Yeah.
I really like Doom. Death Grips. Death Grips.
Yeah.
There's still loads of electronic shit like other Aphex Twin albums. I've got Project Pat on vinyl. I'm trying to think of all the boxes.
Are you a fan of Gesaffelstein?
Never heard of them.
Oh man, that's some French electronic stuff. Oh man, I'll have to put you onto that.
What's his name?
Gesaffelstein.
No, I've never heard of him.
But I don't know. Do you listen to like house or any shit like that?
Yeah, I like house. I like a lot of electronic shit. More like stuff like have you ever heard of Aphex Twin or Square Pusher? Daft Punk. Daft Punk's like house. Yeah, Daft Punk, yeah. One of the have you ever heard of Kraftwerk?
No.
No, they're like 70s and 80s. But yeah, I like house. I like a lot of electronic music, innit?
Yeah, it's like I get into it in like small little like bits. A majority of, like the other genres I listen to, I only really listen, like I could only really name 5 punk bands that I listen to because I listen to like I like 70s, like late 70s punk is like my favorite type of punk music. Are you a fan of like any like rock subgenres?
Now to be honest, I don't even listen to rock. I used to listen to like fucking hell, like probably like 10 years ago. I used to listen to a lot of metal, but then I kind of drifted away from that.
You got out of that phase.
Yeah. I used to have my hair long and listen to metal, but no,
you used to have long hair.
Yeah, I used to have hair down past my shoulders, but no, I didn't really. No, I don't listen to any rock. If I'm honest, not really. No.
Oh, word.
It's just mainly. I mainly listen to like different genres of rap and then also electronic music.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's mainly it. Like, there's a few other little bits here, but that's mainly it. Just those two.
You ever heard of techno funk?
Yep.
Yeah, you ever given that style a listen, or do you like it or nah?
I haven't really given it a proper chance, to be honest. I've just heard of it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty dope. I think it's like it could be big, but it just the drum patterns are they're all the same, man.
Yeah, that's how like house and techno is though. It's just like kick clap. That's how they are.
Yeah, or kick snare, like just it's always like one every step or every 2 step, depending on like if you're doing like 160 BPM or if you're doing like 80. I've been trying to do is like going like cutting my BPMs in half, because like instead of doing 160 BPM, how about do 80? And it's like the same thing, it's just like divided in half. And a lot of people, like, I feel like that's the way you're supposed to do it, is at a lower BPM. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, whatever you find easier, innit? I've done that before.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to switch my BPMs up.
Yeah, it's like if I'm trying to make something slow, I either do like 90 or 140. Like those are the two things. Or if I want to do something fast, I do like 166 or something like that.
Do you know what BPM out of control is?
What's that?
You know the track you said, the cowbell one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what BPM? Guess what BPM that is?
174.
It's like 203, I think.
No.
It's over 200.
203.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I wanted to make something stupid fast, and so
Yeah, like I'm speeding to that just one day on the highway, dude. That's like one of those tracks I gotta speed to.
I've had other people message me that as well. They're like, "Yo, I just listened to this on the fucking highway, and it was so good." I was like, "So I
Going
made it."
100. What you say?
I'm saying that's what I made it for, like people to go like to drive cars in it.
Yeah. Or dirt bike. I don't be going on ATVs. I just never got into going on ATVs. You know what I'm saying? One day I will though, but like I just know people who've died in injuries from like motorcycles and dirt bikes. I don't know. I'm just gonna stick to my whip.
Yeah, stick to your car.
Stick to my whip. Yeah, like it's just unnecessary to me. It's like I don't know. I don't need a. It's like for working out. Like it's like I just like to like go on the treadmill. I don't need to go cage fighting to work out. You know what I mean? It's a bit too intense. People be doing shit too intense.
Yeah.
But yeah. What music do you have planned with anybody you've been working with that you could announce?
I got a fucking list. Uh, so I've got Dungeon in the works with Young Stove, um, Xanagy, Hurst T. Um, I've also I should have another track coming with Cocaine Kruger.
Yes. I was gonna
Uh,
interview him, but that never really came through. We gotta reschedule.
and I should have one with Funeral Knife. Payman. He used to be Payman.
I don't
You
know who
know,
that is.
he's 6 feet deep.
Oh.
Yeah, he's with Cocaine Kruger and Slick Killer and all them.
Yeah. Yeah, Kruger. He's done shit with Soulze. That's how I found him. To be honest, I find a lot of people through I found Slim Gorilla through Soulze. I don't know how long you've been listening to Slim Gorilla. Are you a fan of
Yeah,
Slim Gorilla?
yeah, Slim Killer.
Yeah, cause I don't even know what he be sampling, but like, it's way more smoother. Yes, he's from Houston, but and he got DJ Slim K to like chop and screw his stuff, and he's like one of my favorite chopped and screwed people is this DJ Slim K. Yeah, I don't know. But what else would you want to announce before we wrap this up?
Honestly, I don't know. I just release tracks every it's normally between 1 week and 3 weeks. I honestly, everything I just said is what I've got coming up. I haven't got too much planned. I should have another track with Grim Sleeper. He's from
Yeah. I think he was gonna be in the. I think he was gonna do the Cocaine Kruger interview with me. Like it was gonna be both of them and shit. But that's dope. I'm a fan of him.
Slick Killer. Slick Killer.
Are those Kruger and Grim Sleeper were gonna be together in the interview, or some shit?
I think you mean Slick Killer. You know about the producer?
Oh, I know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that him and Cocaine Kruger.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, man. I really enjoyed talking with you and stuff.
That's cool. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. All right. Links in the description to Dominus Soul's music. Go check him out and see ya.